What happens when ordinary people get creative? In a time when huge ideas frequently originate from the crowdsourced masses, the world needs to pay more attention to the creative processes of common people. These individuals created their innovation with spare materials and big imaginations, resulting in some of the coolest homemade projects available and elevating DIY projects to entirely new levels. This list is a mix of fun and interesting inventions made at home that you should check out. Some of the devices are made to lessen human efforts, while others are simply just awesome. You might be surprised by some of these because you wouldn't have guessed that they were actually created at home. A few of these things might also mark a groundbreaking innovation for larger scientific advancement. See which one of these amazing inventions could be used for your next life hack. Stand strike. Advanced innovations are not only made possible with the aid of plenty of financial aid. Even with a minimum of tools and for very little money, it is possible to create a unique project. In this instance, it took a guy in Russia roughly 2 weeks to develop a trike with a go-kart-like design. The designer used a unicycle, specifically its front fork wheel and pedals, together with other metal profiles and tubes. The seat was salvaged from the bleachers of a sports stadium, and the shock absorbers were from a Chinese scooter. An angle grinder and a welding machine were used to assemble all of these components along with a bike and a couple of car wheels. The project's designer recognizes that prior to starting it, he knew nothing about welding and much less on engineering. He didn't even utilize plans, but instead he drew inspiration from pictures he found on the internet and had put his own creativity onto it. Paratrike. Russian designer Alexander Maslov is the one responsible for such a creation. A Lefan engine is used as a core of this homemade flying machine, which is akin to the widely used and popular Honda GX640 engine. The designer claims that among its features is a 17 horsepower power output. Its weight of less than 105 pounds, including the gearbox, muffler, and propeller, makes it simple to transport. In terms of structure, it is a typical paratrike. The pilot is sitting on a wheeled trolley during the flight, and the parachute is employed as a wing. This creation can be bought in the market with a price of $650. Hovercraft. The inventor of this hovercraft is Ken McDonald. He used insulation, wooden sheets, and concrete blocks, then glued the hull together in order to create the proper pressure. A strong plastic-coated fabric was chosen as the material for the air pad. The finished product can only navigate through smooth surfaces or soft grass at low speed and can be a little noisy, but nonetheless, it still astounds anyone who sees it. Phoenix 4. American Kurt Von Delius blasted off his two-stage homemade Phoenix 4 rocket into the atmosphere successfully on September 19, 2015 from a temporary spaceport in Nevada's Black Rock Desert. The rocket's maximum supersonic speed of 900 miles per hour was more than 3 times faster than the normal speed of a commercial aircraft. With a speed of about 900 miles per hour, there was no contest between the Phoenix 4 and a regular airplane. In 1 minute and 15 seconds, the rocket ascended 18.5 miles, then managed to land successfully 2 miles away from its launch point. The rocket did not sustain any damage from the landing thanks to a custom-designed parachute. After more than 5 years of study, testing, and design, Phoenix 4 outdid itself on June 16th, breaking the record for amateur rockets. What's most astounding is that the project was totally homemade, since the designs were successfully carried out using only internal parts that he had in his garage. Tractor. Another British creation is this unusual vehicle. It's a homemade tractor created from improvised material. Looking at it, it's a bit hard to classify it, and even the creator is unsure of how to categorize it. He says it's a combination between a tractor, car, and truck. Its features include an 8 horsepower engine taken from a Kohler K181 lawnmower. The steering wheel is made from a greenhouse heating boiler. The transmission is a PLS 1200 series that was taken from a lawn tractor, and the carburetor is a 28mm ammunition. A pair of planks are used to construct the chairs. The wheels used for the invention are salvaged spare wheels of a Ford Model Y manufactured between 1932 and 1937. The combination of the components perfectly completes this unusual steampunk design of a tractor. The vehicle was developed roughly 10 years ago, but the skilled craftsman did not only focus on making this homemade tractor. He was also able to create several motorcycle models from a variety of spare materials that had an equally unique appearance. Steam engine car. Tractors changed the agricultural sector in the 1900s, eventually relieving farms of the need for oxen, horses, and labor. Without a tractor, no farm is complete today. Internal combustion engines that use gasoline, kerosene, LPG, or diesel fuel power the majority of modern tractors. In the 19th century, firewood-powered traction engines were popular, so it's strange to find them today, especially if they're made by ordinary individuals rather than companies. In this design, wood is carried on board as an alternative to biomass briquettes or charcoal. Despite the fact that it lacks the practical applications that the modern tractor offers, it can still be utilized for basic agricultural tasks if desired. Backyard 4.2G. A British guy built this enormous roller coaster in his backyard, making it maybe the riskiest homemade contraption ever. In his very own backyard, he built and tested the miniature roller coaster before having his family and friends try it out. The tracks are composed mostly of wooden parts, along with plastic tubing for the rails and wood for the sleepers. The car is very simple, and those who ride it are secured by safety belts. The internal mechanisms are propelled by a 3.5-inch air catapult that produces more than 1,200 pounds of thrust. Even though the ride is quick and the track is not as long as a typical roller coaster, since the car just needs a few seconds to get to the end of it, the initial pace still leaves you breathless and sends a rush of adrenaline through your body. Plastic shredder. Nowadays, massive amounts of plastic are accumulating around the globe. To help find solutions to the world's plastic waste, a team developed a homemade plastic shredder. This machine can easily shred all types of plastic waste, including bottles, caps, containers, cups, and plastic parts of different gadgets. The machine has a very simple and efficient design. The container receives the waste plastic and directs it toward the rotating shaft. From there, it is shredded and fed onto a small conveyor belt which moves the shredded material and discharges into a container for further transportation. If exceptionally hard and gritty plastics are needed to be shredded, the operator uses a different tool specialized to push the tough components. The resulting mass is perfect for recycling. Water car Panther. Dave March spent 14 years creating this innovative and amazing vehicle that can move on water and land both. Such a water and land vehicle impressed so many people that it was developed into a commercial enterprise and is now being produced in large quantities and sold on the market. For its structure, the base was chosen to be a Jeep SUV. It was given a new chassis built of lightweight steel, and fiberglass was chosen for the body so that it could switch between land and water modes rapidly in a matter of seconds. The Panther's top speed on land is up to 55 miles per hour, while its top speed on the water is up to 44 miles per hour for safer driving. The vehicle has a 3.7-liter Honda VTEC engine and can accommodate up to 4 passengers. If you enjoyed this video so far, give us a like and subscribe for more content like this. Tell us in the comment section below which one of these you'd want to get and why. Porsche 996 Hoverboard. A high-performance sports car can be quite expensive, and if you are an enthusiast yourself, we advise you to turn away from the screen as this might upset you since this spectacular vehicle was created using an actual Porsche 996. These models were developed by the Spanish design firm Bell & Bell. The Porsche 996 Hoverboard no longer travels at high speeds because its features make it resemble a self-balancing scooter. Some additional features include the car having an integrated voice assistant and a backlight. Since Bell & Bell used to design furniture, it's not unexpected that their vehicle would look like a sofa strapped on wheels. The Furfy Wheel. Utilizing your analytical skills will help you finish jobs more quickly by cutting out unnecessary processes and duties. This is exactly what the creators of the Furfy Wheel intended. Instead of countless hours of manually turning the meat on the grill, this unique innovation was made by the crew from the Tasmanian studio Falcon Farm Homestead to do the work for you. Its initial design was limited to a bicycle wheel, empty cans, and a water tank. It functioned as a water wheel and was powered by a solar pump. The project later evolved and the structure was significantly expanded. It took more than 100 empty cans to create, and the automatic grill now functions like a windmill and is powered entirely by itself. People who set their skills and talents to create extraordinary inventions are set to change the world, even if the invention is unusual as it may seem. Extraordinary living starts with a simple shift in mindset. Grab your tools and use your imagination, and perhaps the next big home invention that can be an awesome life hack is yours. What are your thoughts on these projects? How do you think these life hacks can change the world? Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. We hope you enjoyed the video on amazing life hacks you must see. If you like this video, hit us with a thumbs up and make sure to click that notification bell as well so you wouldn't miss out on our next videos. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!